Hi and welcome to Young Minds of Udaipur, a space where local visionaries redefine legacy and passion find its voice. Today's guest carries both tradition and innovation in his stride. Born and brought up in Udaipur, he is not only managing one of the city's long-standing hospitality landmark, Hotel Paris Mahal, but has also carved out something fresh by launching Kyra in February 2025. Meet Mithil Suyal, a marketing graduate from the Kelly School of Business, Indiana University, and a hotelier who believes in blending experience with evolution. Hi Mithil, welcome to Young Minds of Udaipur, and I'm so happy to be here at Kaira. I've been here a few times, but every time I've come, it feels very special. I think I love the place. So let's start from the beginning. You studied marketing at Kelly, and then you came straight into the family business. Was that always the plan, or life kind of flew into it naturally?
First of all, I'm very privileged that I got a chance to go abroad and also to choose what I wanted to do. I feel not everyone gets this foundation what I was handed over. So it wouldn't make sense if I did not want to grow it more. So when I went there, I think my vision was pretty clear. I had to come back, I had to grow it. Sure, hospitality didn't really excite me initially, but as I started working here, I started falling in love with the day to day. And I don't think so I would want to do anything else now. I think the problems I have here, I love solving these problems. I mean, I know every business has their problems, but I would rather have a problem of Kaira or a problem of Paris than any other problems. I just
Because
love
a
it.
lot of people start something of their own, and it's equally difficult because you have, you come from a very privileged family, so I think it's better to take it forward and take
Right,
that
right,
responsibility.
very grateful.
Yeah. So you mentioned relaunching Hook and Irons, a decade-old pub. Also, Udaipur's only sports bar, I guess.
Right, right.
So tell us more about that phase and how it shaped your vision for Kyra.
It's really funny. I think no one other than my marketing guy knows this, but Hook and Irons was actually a trial for Kaira. So I wasn't here for 4 years. I came back and I was like, I don't know who the audience is. I don't know what the market is. I knew nothing what was going on in Udaipur. So I was like, let's try something. Let's do a trial run.
Yeah.
So we came up, we looked internally, we had Hook and Irons. We were like, okay, let's find out the pain points. Let's look where we are lacking and let's find out what we need to do in the future.
Yeah.
So gradually we started testing the market, we started testing the marketing. We found out a lot of pain points with Hook and Irons, and we started slowly solving them. And then at a point, we came up with Kyra, what the brand should look like, what the menu should be, what experience we need to sell. So all in all, I think Hook and Irons was a stepping stone for Kyra.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. Kaira has quickly become one of the Udaipur's, most talked about spots. So, what was your idea behind it, and how did you want it to feel, especially in contrast with older hotel identity?
When we were planning Kyra, the first thought that came to my mind was Kyra should feel like home. Anyone should walk into Kyra and they should feel like, oh, I'm comfortable here. Be it a coffee lover, be it a cocktail lover, be it someone who just likes aesthetics, maybe someone who just likes nature.
Yeah.
I just wanted it to be a homely kind of place for everyone. So that's how we came up with the brand. And I'm
the
very
vibe is quite homely and open space, and I love it. So, yeah.
right, and I'm
absolutely.
very proud to say that we successfully captured every audience we wanted.
Managing a legacy property and launching a modern venture, how do you balance tradition with new age hospitality?
I think brand identity and clarity is the most important. I think if you put Paras, if you put Kaira, they are very different. Their SOPs are different.
Yeah.
The culture is different. The staff is different. The ideation behind it, the marketing behind it, everything was completely different. And I think I like to keep it that way. I think that is why both of them individually are very successful.
They're both different, right?
Completely
I guess,
different,
yeah.
completely different. And I think that's how someone should diversify. I think if you put one brand and try to mix it into another, I think sometimes it fails.
Yeah.
With Paras, it was already very successful. With Kaira, I just had to spice it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I already had the legacy.
Right.
And we had to do something for the younger generation. So we came up with Kaira.
So how do you juggle between managing both the responsibilities, or is it mostly like now you're used to it?
I think a lot of not brands, a lot of companies have a lot of different brands. I don't try to look at them in the same way. I try to keep them apart. So if I'm working at Paras, I won't let Kyra come into my mind. I will just focus
So
on
you
Paras.
keep it both separate, like
Yeah,
it's
I do.
just.
I do.
Also, the
I think
menu
that's
is
important.
different, right? Everything is different.
Everything is different,
Yeah.
including the staff, the marketing, the culture, everything. Nothing ever collides.
Okay.
So I think it was very important because Paras was completely different than Kaira. They wouldn't have blended very well if I tried incorporating what was working for Paras and try to do it for Kaira.
Do you think it's a plus point that both are in the same location, or if they both have been in a different? If the Kaira has
No,
been.
I love ki we have Paras ki legacy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, who knows what would have happened.
Yeah. Absolutely, I agree. So you've got a clear head for business now that we know. Also an athletic, outdoorsy personality because you kind of go for swimming and soccer and 5-kilometer runs. So what does that routine mean to you personally and professionally?
I was always into sports. As a kid, since I could remember, I was playing soccer. I think now what it means is it just adds discipline to my routine.
Yeah, discipline is so important, I guess.
Right,
in
I think it's all
every way.
about balance.
Yeah.
Because if I can't balance it out, I would have been so frustrated with work, with Kyra, with Paras. I think whenever I have a long day, I just go for a run, be it 7 p.m., be it 8 p.m. Once I'm done with the run, I'll be refreshed again, I'll be energetic, I'll be like, okay, let's get back to work. So I think in the end, it's all about balance.
Yeah, I think discipline, without discipline, I don't think you can manage anything in life. I
Right.
think also, do you wake up early, or is it like mostly are you someone who's
I
like,
try to hit up the gym at 8.
oh wow, that's lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you can, the whole day is kind of productive that ways.
That's the plan always, but sometimes I can't wake up
Lovely.
early. Yeah.
So you have lived in the US and studied abroad and now returned to Udaipur. What do you feel this city offers? And where do you see like there's a room for improvement or evolution? What do you see like, especially in hospitality?
I think I'm very grateful for Udaipur. I think this city has given me and my family everything we have.
Yeah, of course.
I love the slow-paced living here. I think I would have not survived in a metro city.
Really, a lot of people tell us that Udaipur is very slow and we want to go back to Delhi, especially people coming from Delhi and Bombay. They're
Right.
like very slow life, like feels like a vacation.
So even in the US, I was in Bloomington. It was a pretty slow city. I think it was even smaller than Udaipur. So I think I was just used to it. But I guess what Udaipur is lacking right now is nightlife and entertainment. I
Yeah.
mean, we have people coming here from all around the world. And
But things are improving, I guess,
they are.
Yeah.
And I feel like if they want to stay more, and if we have some nightlife, if we have some activities, I think I would love to kayak in Lake Pichola.
Yeah.
Because I think that is what I miss about US. When I was in Chicago, I used to love kayaking in the lake.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we have similar lakes here, we have
Yeah.
similar infra here. I think if some tourist is coming here, they're getting nightlife, they're getting kayaking. I think instead of staying for 3 days, they might stay for a week. Who
Right.
knows?
Also, I feel the old city vibe is quite different.
Right,
than,
right.
I think,
When you go to Venice and
Yeah.
you are strolling through the boat in there, I think Udaipur can be that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, what are some misconceptions people have about family business, and how do you carve your own identity within that? Because a lot of people think that, oh, it's just family business, you don't have to do anything,
Right.
it's all built up, and
Yeah.
is there a struggle there?
That's what they think. They think it's very easy.
Yeah.
My friends, but the thing is, my friends, they just close their laptops at 5, they call it a day, and they're done. For me, I can't do that. It's all, even if I'm not here, it's always going in my head. 24/7, it's either Kaira, it's either Paras, or something new that we have to
It's
come up
not
with.
easy, right?
Yeah,
A
it's
lot of
not.
people-
It's not. And to answer your second part of the question, how do we
Carve
get
your own
some
identity,
identity?
yeah.
I guess keep trying. Be a rebel.
Yeah.
Don't listen. Just be a rebel. Try and ask for more freedom. The more freedom you get, the more autonomy you get, the more confident you'll feel. And I think in the process, somewhere you will find your identity. You will be like,
Right.
okay, this was the legacy going on, and now, okay, now he's doing this.
Also, I feel it's a lot of responsibility. It's not that easy. When you start something of your own, of course, it's difficult. But when you carry a legacy, there's a whole lot of responsibility, and
Right.
that you have to carry it right and with a lot of precision and all those things. I
Right,
guess.
I can't imagine doing anything my grandfather has done. I mean, he's the reason we are here. He is the reason we have all of this. So we're just trying to keep it up, keep his legacy up. Right. Yeah.
But I think you're doing good. Like,
Thank you. Thank you.
Where do you see Kyra and Parismel over the next 3 years or 5 years? Like, what's your vision?
I think hospitality is on a boom in Udaipur, and so we are.
Yeah.
And we are trying to keep up that pace. Paris is going under renovation right now. We have plans to increase some. I think we'll try to increase and come up with Kyra's next place, maybe even by the lake, maybe in a better touristy location.
Okay. Lovely. Also, if you can give an advice to someone who is moving to his hometown and for family legacy, for carrying out the family legacy, what would it be? What advice would you give?
I think use the connections. I think the connections the families have built for over 3 decades.
That's the most
I
important.
think
can't
you
lose
should use
that.
advantage of that. Yeah. Secondly, use their experience, but don't use their prejudice or their biases, because sometimes it gets very mixed. They would tell you to do something out of experience, and yeah, you should take that. But like, you should always see the difference if it's coming from experience or if it's prejudice. I think that is what the younger generation has gotten rid of, but it somewhere still exists.
Right.
And I think on a personal level, not about family legacy or anything, I think everyone should be okay with failing.
Yeah.
I think they should just try. Even if they fail, it's fine, because
You kind of
you'll
learn a lot.
Yeah, you'll learn, you'll grow, and then eventually you succeed. I think what most people do is they take their failure and they put it on luck or fate or God.
This has happened because
Because we were lucky. It was raining. That is why it failed. I think you should never do that,
you have
because
to take
once
up
you
the
do that,
responsibility.
once you do that, you remove yourself from the equation. You remove accountability from the equation, and once you do that, you are not learning anything from the failure. So you're not really growing. So I think don't be afraid to fail, but always check why you failed.
Yeah, that's
Right.
important,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
why is extremely important.
Yeah.
How do you imagine hospitality evolving in Udaipur, and what role do you see playing yourself playing in changing that?
Role. I know people love to be first movers. They want to be the first one to do this. They want to shape things, but I don't really feel so. I think I like perfecting what is already out there, what is already working. I think first movers always have flaws, and what I am best at is finding out those flaws and then fixing them for my venture. I think if we look at Apple, Apple was never the first mover in anything. They just found a product which was already there, they perfected it, and then they launched it. And I think I like to go with the same mentality.
I think, a lot of times we kind of procrastinate. Things don't have to be perfect. Like, you can do it and then improve. I guess.
Right.
The F&B industry is known for being highly competitive. So, what's been your strategy to stand out in Udaipur's evolving
That's true.
food scene?
Actually, in India, the restaurants have a 80% failure rate. So if today I ask you to gamble 1,000 rupees and I tell you, Devanshi, there's a chance that there's an 80% chance that you will fail, you won't do it, probably not, right? But it's okay. We are in this industry. So how we try to tackle that is we keep up with the trends. We keep food and service as our number one priority. We listen to feedback. We take every day as a new day. We try to improve. And I think that's what is keeping Kaira afloat right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Feedback is extremely important.
Yep.
You know what's going wrong, and how can you improve on that. Maybe it can be service or anything, I
Right.
guess. Yeah.
Right.
If you had unlimited resources, this one is interesting, and a clean slate, what kind of venture would you want to launch and why?
I think I have a boring answer for this. I would go for a semiconductor production unit.
Okay.
I think currently we have a scarcity of that, and I think only Taiwan is doing enough production, and it would be fun to go into that. I think it has always interested me, the production line.
Lovely. This was unique. I was not expecting this answer, but yeah.
It's just first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about the kind of parties and events you're planning at Kyra, and what's the vibe you're aiming for? Like, it will be fun, or it will be more like also, and do you see the gatherings as adding to the brand experience?
I think we've had 3 events here, and all 3 have been very different and thankfully very successful. I think what we try to go for is what's trending, what is viral, what is Gen Z, and once we hit all those parameters, we try to create a marketing of I think about 15 to 16 days, and we try to attract as many people as we can. And I think it works. It has been working out really well. Because whatever is viral on Instagram works, basically.
Do you kind of sit with the team and plan on, what different you can do? Like a lot of cafes and a lot of lounges, come up with these events, but how can you bring more people?
I think as I said before, I never like being the first mover. I like to find out what is already working and then make it perfect.
Right.
So, for example, if you look at all the all-white parties, I think a lot of people have done that. But I think there was always something missing. I think something in the marketing was missing, which my team, which Tripod, figured out how to solve. And I think that is what led to the successes of these events.
Right.
And I think events are very important. I think they are the reason that a person comes into Kyra for the first time.
Yeah,
it's all because of the events. So we'll keep up the events. We'll keep planning something. We'll keeping up with the trends.
No, I would love to attend those events. Whenever it's there, please tell me.
For sure, yeah.
How do you gather and respond to customer feedback, especially in a city like Udaipur where there's a mix of tourists and then local people?
Right.
So
I think the local audience in Udaipur is a great sample for the tourists. I think if your local audience is satisfied, if they're happy, there's a good chance the tourists would also be happy.
Yeah.
So what I try to do is, when Kyra initially launched, it was just locals. So we tried to get as much as feedback as we could, and then we improved. And now I think it's our 5th month.
Also, I feel it's word of mouth. Like if people like it, they'll say that, of course, the food is nice or, the service is nice.
Right. The events or the marketing can only bring someone once.
And I think little things matter.
Right.
Like, sometimes we focus on big things and we don't see the little things that are missing. And that's where we, people kind of find faults.
Yeah, because when I was planning Kyra, I spent so many days on just one fork. I was like, okay, is this fork gonna look good? I was like, is this fork gonna look good? Is this straw gonna look good? It was the small things we were focusing on. But I think what really helped us was the local audience. I think the first month, Feb, it was just purely local audience we had. But they set up what we are right now. I think the feedback they gave us, the things we improved on, in our 5th month, we are doing better than ever.
Right.
So I'm very
What
thankful
about the food? Like, how did you manage with how can you bring something different? Or was it like usual, or did you kind of taste it? Like, how did you go for it?
So I'm not from this industry. I was never from this industry. I just came back from college. Like I said, with Hook and Irons, we were doing our trials. So what we figured out was that Paras ka food was great. People was loving it.
Yeah.
But the new generation, the new food, that was missing. So I called up a few chefs. I called up a few consultants. We did a complete food trials. We did food tasting. And then we came out with a menu.
Right.
Kyra's menu is basically what I like. And then we took
More
some
than
feedbacks.
Paras?
I think if I want to have Indian, I would always go for Paras.
Okay.
But what new menu we have launched here, I love it. I personally love it.
Lovely. So now it's the time for quick fire quirks. It's a fun round. You can answer in a line or a word, whatever you like. One thing people don't know about Hook and Irons.
It was one of the first places to start live music in Udaipur.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Amazing. First thing you do after waking up?
I go back to sleep.
5-10 minutes. And then
Hitting the snooze alarm.
Yeah, we all do that.
Yep.
Soccer or swimming, what wins?
Soccer, any day.
Okay. Hospitality trend that excites you?
I think anything with wellness or recreation. I think wellness resorts are something I look forward to.
Yeah, lovely. One place in Udaipur that inspires your creativity?
I would say my garden. I love the garden we have here. I think
you get a lot of ideas there.
Yeah, be it Kyra, be it Paras, every idea comes when I'm sitting here.
Yeah, absolutely. A guest experience at Kaira that stayed with you. It can be good or bad.
I think it was a very funny experience. I think my marketing team would also agree. It was right before the all-white party. Our DMs were filled with people sending their outfits, saying, "Oh, will this work? Oh, will this work? Is this good? Is this fine?" That was fun. That is what
that was so sweet also,
right,
little things.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up, let's try something that you really like, some dish or some drink that you really love here. So we can just try and.
I love tiramisu latte. I love the paneer tikka tacos we have here. The tacos are actually not Mexican tacos. It's like boti Indian tacos, bite-sized.
Wow.
And the tiramisu latte is basically just an iced latte, but we add creamy tiramisu on top of it. Tastes amazing.
Wow, I would love to try them.
Yeah, for sure.
I think this looks really yum.
Thank you so much.
I guess it will taste even better. So let's.
So this is bite-sized. It's Indian. And this is basically an iced latte. It just has cream on top of it. I would want to just stir it once, cream is stirred. Can you feel the tiramisu?
Very refreshing, yeah.
Yep. Thank you. Please try.
Sure. Please. No, I'll have to take the whole thing. It's actually yum.
Thank
I
you so
love
much.
it.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for being on Young Minds of Udaipur, and it was amazing to hear your story and get a glimpse into your world. And keep creating and keep inspiring.
Thank you so much for inviting me.